All right, hi, my name is Samuel-Alexis Bonilla. My group members consist of Kaylee Henderson, Kendrick Jewel Smith, and Tristan Aduhaney. And this is basically my critical reflection on our sci-fi film, The Journal. Okay, so me and my group worked to create a sci-fi opening called The Journal. The opening essentially tells the viewer about the boy's internal conflict that he is dealing with. So I'm gonna let the video play out.
I've always been the intelligent one, the one that had people in awe. The intelligent biologist, what I'd become. I've always been the smart one, everyone's go-to. And I've always been curious. It's what drove me to science. We're always learning more and more. It's like we just can't stop. As expected, I caught on to everything quickly. I became the best at what I did. I was the one everyone looked up to. They'd ask me, how did Mal get so smart? He's always discovering something new. I wish I could shine like that. Well, sometimes it felt like the room was so dark that somebody had to turn a light on. See, studying human life intrigued me. It always has. It always had me wondering. I thought it would be challenging. What was I supposed to do when I needed something else to keep my mind racing? Well, like a good scientist, I found new life. I did my own private research and went from the smart one to the slightly crazy one. Could there be other life than humans and animals? I knew it better than the voice in the back of my head. There's somewhere. No, it's everywhere. I must keep it all to myself. It must be private. You never know what could this mean. But despite the way others may feel, I cannot lie, I do wonder, are those creatures something good or something treacherous?
Alrighty, so to start off, the mise en scène. Our sets will take place in our school, Coconut Creek High, within the halls, classroom, and stairway. The decor would follow the typical classroom hallways and stairways you would find in any average high school. For props, we would use a notebook our main character flipped through and a poster on our wall that had a logo. Our lighting would be directly on a main character as we use lights from the hallway. And for costumes, we use clothing any any average student would wear, like jeans, polo, hoodie, and a book bag. For cinematography, our shots would include various high and low angle shots to give the audience a sense of feeling about the character. We would also use medium shots to show our character a small amount of background. Our camera movement would also consist of handheld, panning, and static shots. Now, for our film sound, we use voiceover, and for music, we basically put on some eerie music in the background to fill in the parts where our voice member wasn't, time where the voiceover basically wasn't talking. Now there's no specific group of people that watch sci-fi films. They typically range from ages 25 to 40. For gender, it's mostly equal due to the fact that sci-fi films are basically known for geeks, so anybody can really fall into that category. Now, for the research I found on sci-fi films, for iconography, um, it would basically consist of like holographic images, the use of CGI or special effects like laser guns, spaceships, laboratories. Sci-fi characters would consist of aliens, robots, test subjects, protagonists, antagonists. The sci-fi themes would consist of things like paranormal activities, a new discovery, new species, or even time travel. Now, the world around the protagonist is usually around space planets, um, space planets, alternative art, parallel. Jesus, man, parallel universes and other dimensions. For a distribution company for our sci-fi film, I personally believe that Magnolia Pictures would be the best choice. They've been the lead independent film distributor for almost 20 years. Um, and yeah, they're home for over 500 titles, and their targeted audiences anybody within the ages of 20 to even 50. Um, Now, something I learned during the film was technology and lighting. The most reliable and easable technology would use was our phones. Now, the best the best camera quality in our phones was our iPhone 11 Pro. We would have to shoot facing down towards a stairway, and some stairways were darker than the other, so we would have to position our actor towards a light source. During the end, I learned more about the editing process as my group mates would teach me editing techniques. For our planning, my group and I, we made a film schedule to track the days that we could film in. Our plan was to finish filming in a week, which we completed. I believe we completed. We began on Monday and we finished by Thursday. I believe. If yeah, we finished on a Thursday. Um, our film needed a voiceover, so a member of our group created a voiceover himself for our film. His name's Tristan Duhaney. I believe I recalled him earlier. Um, Overall, our shots were well, although what I believe I need to go over the film is the quality. Maybe add a filter and slow down a few shots in order to give the film a natural look. Um, my group and I will need to redo a few of our shots, like our close up on Darren, which is our main character, and a finger which was covering the bottom left of our shot. Um, from where I began a few months ago to now, I can say that I learned a lot about filmmaking from the script to the final editing. The Yeah, during this, we learned the importance of angles and camera work. One issue we ran into was keeping our fingers and hands out of the shots, as I stated earlier. Another major issue we ran into was the video coming out vertically instead of horizontally, which messed up our film quality. So it's basically having our shot in a small rectangle, and it'll have like black on the side. So you want to actually get to a full close up of a shot. But I believe me and my group members have resolved that by now. Um, yeah, in total, once I leave my this class, I believe that I gained plenty of knowledge in the process of creating a film, and just the overall difficulties a filmmaker has to go through just to make a film. Um, just from the simple idea of a story to the lights, camera angles, and to the actors. I really did. It's how difficult making a film is. Overall, this was a great and it was just a great time, enjoying a lot of laughs, and yeah, we just had a great time making the film.